Well, who played it better, KT or Gen.G? That is going to be the question. I'm very scared because I've heard this Chovy guy is like pretty good at League of Legends, and now he's on to go with the teleport.
Yeah.
A little bit less aggressive into Chovy's rise, which I feel is a gamble.
I think he's basically just accepting that he will need to use that teleport to get back to lane. He's not going to be able to win burst trades. And speaking of burst trades...
Yeah, Duro taking a lot of damage here, but now Ruler is arcane shifting forward. Smash is in a lot of trouble. Ruler's just autoing him down. The flash has to be used. Oh my god! Okay, Ruler!
He flashes to be able to line up the shot, and the King doesn't miss.
Damn right he doesn't. This guy is looking for 3,000 today.
He's only got
starting in 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, at this pace, he'll be done in game 1. Now, Lucid's going to look for a punish here. Career's super low. Does have flash for maybe polymorph play. Not going to go for it.
Yeah, well, now the punch is actually going to connect onto Duro. Ruler's just standing his ground. He had barrier, and that's just a freebie.
And has Prio.
Now Lucid going to be able to clear out this ward. Oh, great interruption there with the Vault Breakers. Now Showmaker looking for an angle, finds some nails into Canyon, but Chovy is just going to Realm Warp his way over. Showmaker goes in to try and save the Vi, and somehow that Q is avoided. And he gets himself out of there. Flash forward, there's some purgatory for Ruler. They get him to the threshold, and Showmaker looking to get himself out, but he's put into Runic Prison. Realizes that he has to try and fight his way out.
He's like, I'm ready to farm minions. I already did the champion farming bottom lane. And this should just be a Dragon here. But for DPlus, I think the plan, just want to try to make some of this. I don't think they should, but they're so far behind, they got to try.
Decent assist. They look to get on top of Ruler. There's the Encore, but it's not exactly the best. The beat drop, though, that is incredible. Lucid still fighting against Canyon and co, but it's just Ruler left behind. Chovy picks up a double. And why did DPlus feel the need to fight?
Well, they're so far behind, they thought maybe we could finesse this, but they just simply cannot. And the thing about Wild is, oh god, it might even get worse.
Yeah, that's another kill. That's just a solo here for the Olaf. Showmaker might be able to kill Keen.
Maybe.
Let's see.
Maybe. He has flash, by the way.
Yeah, Keen is running. He's running. He's running. Someone will get this kill. As Lucid is just happily able to take it.
The only lead here for DPlus in this early game as Ruler continues to grow larger here. He is...
Oh my lord.
Only has 2 kills, so we slowed a little bit down on the...
He got first Horror Blood. It's a 3K gold lead.
We're a little bit slowed down on the kills to get to 17 here in this series, but the money, that keeps going up. The experience, that keeps going up. He's 50 CS ahead. He might Flame Horizon this game before we get to do it this pace.
Yeah, now Chovy is running. There's the flash in from Lucid. They might be able to put down this rise as Showmaker should be able to get the burst damage, and there it is. Canyon now throwing Qs around, though, and Showmaker going to have to teleport over that wall.
Because they're going to have to keep hailing it over and over and over in this game. There's just there's nothing else to this game, which is what they did on that last Dragon fight, and what they did here.
Yeah.
Just got to keep praying. You got to keep going in.
Ready. Like, I don't know whether you're killing Keen here, guys.
But they can just waste the time of Duro and Canyon and get plates.
I guess so. Well, Lucid is actually going to look for the angle here towards the Pantheon. Canyon now gets underneath the turret as Career gets himself the wild growth. Canyon doesn't find the angle onto the Lulu, and Keen is so incredibly low, but keeps himself alive. There is a counter-strike. Somehow DPlus are still alive as Lucid goes over the wall. And they're still looking for a dive. Guys, just get out. This is already good. In they go. That is going to be the kill onto the lock. But down goes the Olaf that they were looking for as she almost manages to sidestep, but doesn't really get there. Duro is now going to overstep as Lucid. Oh, is the beat drop going to come through? There's the Vault Breaker, and he gets the kill on the Seraphine. I think in the end...
All that Vi damage. They're going to look for a rinse and repeat. This is actually so ironically the DN Super's playbook. And part of how they beat Gen.G and Kespa Cup, actually. Here we go again.
Yeah, Chovy's moving over though this time around as Showmaker gets the nail gun out, but isn't able to find too much.
DNS is behind all the time, so they kind of have to play like this, but DPlus are emulating it really well.
Oh, Lucid not going to be allowed to go back home. Chiu is able to take this outer turret on the top side of the map, but Chovy is... Chovying exceptionally hard.
See if DPlus can turn this game around in 4 minutes time on this upcoming Dragon fight. Herald also will be something they have to defend as we have a Ragnarok.
Oh, Lucid actually able to get towards the back of this pit. Does flash to get himself out of the way. Like you were saying, Ragnarok wasn't.
There it is.
There it is.
There he is.
We get the animation. Beautiful.
2.5, but on screen and in stats, 3 levels.
And he's, okay, Keen is going to take a lot of damage here. Showmaker looking for a bit of an angle. Soul Ignition is there. He eats that gray health to try and keep himself alive. They
Now
are going to be able to get a few plates here, I'm pretty sure. But Chovy is at this top lane inhibitor turret, and there is like 2 plates left.
Yeah, you can't overload the one lane and just play through that and ignore the side lane when it do the setup. Like if they don't really do their due diligence here, then maybe, you know, Showmaker cleans up some kills here. So they need to, I think, group.
Oh, okay, cease and desist, trying to get on top of Ruler, but the arcane shift timing's too good. Showmaker dead before he can do anything, as Shiu trying to get on top of him, but Ruler just kites it out. Gorgeously played by the Gen.G 80 carry. They'll take themselves a Cloud Soul, and if this game wasn't already over, by God, it's over now.
Yeah, it's Cloud Soul, it's Baron, and Career's like dropping more vision on the Baron pit. I'm like, all right, well, good luck with what you're going to do with that, my man. But he's doing his job. But his job has very little purpose in this game. If this were a giant corporation, he'd probably get laid off in this one. As Lucid can look for a steal, he's got Flash. Okay, maybe Duro?
Yeah, Duro's going to get taken out. Ruler is now going to get polymorphed and smashed. Looking for the angle, finds a double kill. Lucid gets into the Baron pit. Oh my God, DPlus might be doing it. But there is Lucid taken down by this massive Olaf. Smash looking to kite it out. And Korea gets in front. Chovy taken out as Showmaker makes his way. No, we can. It's right there.
Well, I mean, like,
don't mean I can take.
No, I meant the Baron replay, but anyway, this because that's way more important.
Oh,
okay. Here we go.
Goodbye, Korea.
They have
Smash and Showmaker do not have smite exactly. 700 health. 700 health. Smash just kill it. There it goes. Shiu is now looking to run away. Lucid trying to get on in here. As over the wall he goes. Great Vault Breaker. Cease and desist. And down goes Canyon. But Smash is also dead. The bottom lane. Oh, Keen and Chovy. Oh, he does get the ward down. But this is still going to be a very difficult moment because he doesn't have his flash available. Chovy just going to prevent him having any opportunity to get over this wall. And Keen and Chovy grab themselves the pick onto the Jax. Now 45 seconds.
That could be an inhibitor here, you know, just on the play itself, because they have such a big push here with this cannon wave, and they have control with this Pantheon in the mid lane.
But there's also an Elder Dragon that's coming up in 33 seconds now, and that's about as long as it's going to take Shiu to respawn. I think he may have the teleport available, but if Showmaker dies... Oh my goodness. Okay, Ashen Pursuit does get himself out of there. And DPlus here need to be so careful in this 4v5 scenario. Gen.G setting up the siege. This turret is not going to last very long, and down it will go. They're not going to bite off more than they have been really good at, is understanding the ebb and flow, right? As they chase Shiu out of there, the rest of DPlus are moving down. You can see them on the minimap. Immediately following, they see Chovy moving over. They see Keen coming in, and Shiu looking for the angle. He finds the stun onto Ruler, but he is able to get himself out of there. Now Chovy flashes on top. Showmaker just dead as this Olaf is going ballistic, and all of DPlus are just going to get routed. It was a cute little idea. It was a fun play around the Baron, but it's become all business for Gen.G, and they've just closed up shop.
DPlus were kind of like annoying mosquitoes flying around Gen.G, and they were eventually swatted down in this final moment. I liked how you mentioned the ebb and flow, the push and pull of Shiu trying to pull them away from the Elder so they could force their way in and have that prio. But Gen.G were looking for a fight, and a fight is what they got. Chovy celebrates by breaking his arm guard here in a very close game, much closer than anyone anticipated. Gen.G are able to take the win here.
A very close stomp is what I'll call it.
Yeah, it was a stomp. Just like play Ambessa. They've got a great comp. It's gonna be a good ball carrier. Twisted Fate, a classic. And so a player who's known to do this, he and Zeus really making this a thing years back into the Gnar. I hate to say it, it's gonna stop their back and give Smash a lot of extra power. It still hasn't teleported, by the way, so has that summoner spell still in tow for a potential fight later on elsewhere on the map, or just for returning to lane on a good back. So feeling very good. But I was just going to say, you know, we have the stacks counter for a lot of champions. CP's back. And now they're going to contest these grubs.
All right, Canyon takes the first one. Shiu's moving on over, though. The Gnar in a great spot as Korea possibly able to get something done here as well. Level behind Duro, but Duro doesn't have Tempered Fate available just yet. And Canyon is just taking these grubs right in front of them. That is just all of them down. DK haven't yet made a play, as now Canyon could be in a little bit of trouble. Lucid going to get that kick into the wall as Xiu gets himself out of there, throws his ultimate to Narnia, and now Lucid going to have to just safeguard his way out. That's a great wallop, but I don't think Xiu is going to be safe from this one. And there is Keen locking down the kill. Another one going over to Canyon as well. Gen.G just finding everything they want, stunned against the wall, and it's a double kill for Keen's Twisted Fate. In this top lane, he's looking to grab himself a little bit of red card value here.
Doesn't go for the kick. Still has it now for this fight.
All right, Hextech Ultimatum going to pull Duro out of his magical journey, and Lucid tags him with the Q. The Bard should be going down. Safeguard's going to get him in there as there's the kick onto Canyon to get him out of this fight, and now Smash is on
the turn happen, and Gen.G were just trying to bite off a little bit too more than they could chew there on that play, but the timing of the ultimate there for Career Fantastic is able to prevent Duro, even with his magical journey, from getting away.
Yeah.
Without the support there, it was just not a fight that was ever going to be winnable without Chovy being able to join and Ruler being pushed away. So clean fight. We'll watch it again. So after the escape of Ruler isn't here, Chovy isn't here yet. Duro's like, I want out of this situation. Now, Gen.G, who were rotating over to try to get a punish on that pick onto Caitlyn, are caught here without their mid laner. And with a really nice ult from Career, as mentioned, it's just a freebie here for DPlus.
Oh, Xiu is also now just dead, as without the help of the turret, there is nothing he can do.
They have said finesse. They're pushing the bottom lane right now, which leaves them a little bit weak elsewhere.
Yeah, Ruler is in a little bit of trouble, but now so is Smash. Duro comes over, Keen finds the gold card. The kick is gorgeous. Tempered Fate comes in though. And now Duro trying to line up that Cosmic Binding. Death rate's fantastic, and now Xiu is looking for Keen. Lucid gets in there, finds the double, the flash to get away, and he taps and takes down Ruler! It was just beautifully orchestrated.
And now DPlus are in the lead in this game. They have the strong scaling. They're going to get this turret here for the second of the game, so tying it up 1-1. Also having Toe. Possibly a triple.
Lucid. This is a bit cute. Gets on in there, steals away the dragon, and he'll take the Shelly exit from this one. Can they actually find themselves a team fight off the back end of this, though, as Keen is looking to be his target. Shelly continues. Canyon with the Crescent Guard does come in there as Lucid gets himself out. Canyon goes back in. Xiu with the Mega Nut pulls Canyon back, and they take down the Lee Sin. Canyon goes golden with the help of that Tempered Fate, but Xiu's looking for Ruler. He'll slap him down, and now Keen is taken out as well. 3 kills here for DPlus. And man, like this
we have now, like the real AD carry for a little bit is Keen, who unfortunately had Lee Sin on top of him the last fight. Career is going to have to do some fancy footwork to get out of here.
Yeah, he does flash, but there as the wind becomes lightning, Tempered Fate is going to hold him in position, and Smash is like, no, you don't even get my gravity field, brother, you are dead. They don't need to worry about this. Xiu, his Naba isn't in a great spot. Destiny has come on through, as now Keen looking to try and get on in here. He does teleport in from Xiu, but he only has half a Naba, but it's getting close, to be perfectly honest. There's the shockwave to guarantee the Drake. Kick back onto Canyon. And no real fight has started off just yet as Career gets into that backline. He's looking for an angle, but he just dies. Not really a whole lot more than that, but now Xiu, he might have an angle to try and find a huge Gnar. Wants to get over that wall, but decides he's going out instead. And DPlus, I don't think they want this fight after all. Keen looking for an angle, flashes in, does get the gold card. That's a 3-man Petrifying Gaze, and 2 of them have already hit the deck. Smash with a gigantic arcane
here and deny Soul from DPlus, so a huge win for them on the fight. And DPlus could have opted into a lot of different scenarios. They could have kept that TP top side, could have left of control. Gen.G just got back, but they got both.
Now Lucid looking for an angle towards Ruler. There's the kick. They dive on top of him. Hextech Ultimatum comes down. He steps out of the Tempered Fate. Not exactly the move that he wanted to do. And now the Arcane Storm is in. Career will be taken out. As now Lucid versus Canyon, but Lucid has Smash there alongside him. Chovy going to get pushed away by Xiu, and Showmaker trying to work out where to be. Keen is just destroying stuff on the sides of the map. And they lose 2 in favor of 1, but this inner turret going down as well is a big deal.
Baron is going to be the attempt here for DPlus as they rush over to try to take this one down quick with its double mage composition. They should be able to get it. Now Keen, I think instead of trying to defend this, absolutely should just look for an inhibitor here if he can. There's no one who could defend this. I mean, it's a Bard coming over here with Duro just in case anyone comes down here to help protect Keen. So Baron will go over, and finally Career is able to come over here and stop this turret from going down.
Around trying to take down this minion wave. Smash. Oh my god, that is so much damage on the inner turret.
He has 10 Dark Seal stacks. He's about to have Death Cap. He's got Void Staff. He has been accelerated in this game, and he is.
And he heard us. He heard us saying stuff about his build, and he's like, you know what? I can just build maximum damage. Void Staff straight into Death Cap, and I love to see Drake has been started up. Lucid is spotted because of that ultimate from Keen, and Smash trying to find some of that poke damage here. It is going to be the Drake secured by Gen.G. 2 Cloud Drakes. It's not exactly end of the world, though, and now DPlus are looking to try and route them.
If you end up losing the tempo on a fight, and he presses Ghost and starts chasing people down, headshotting, it is not going to be what DPlus fans were hoping.
Waits the Q, but Canyon also unable to find the Wind Becomes Lightning as Shu lurking in the sides here. They know that the Nabar isn't there as Korea dives in, stunned up immediately one more time, as Showmaker does manage to get the ulti, but Tempered Fate buys so much space. Shu with the wallop though, and he gets on top of them. Lucid finds his way back through, and Keen goes down. Lucid finds another one, and my god, this guy's Lee Sin, the instant quadra kill, and DPlus are bringing us to 3.
And Gen.G didn't take the Lee Sin into the Cassiopeia, and I think maybe they regret it now with how well this young man has taken over this game. A quadra to end it. 9-2-5 the scoreline as DPlus, as they often have before, despite the loss streak against Gen.G, have brought us to a full 3-game series. These two teams just deliver.
This is real.
I think it's pretty strong, actually, in this draft. Into the setup with the Callista. But he goes to the Maokai, which is actually one of his old favorites. I heard Kronko was tuned in earlier. I don't know if he stuck around, but it's probably going to get him stressed out here. He's going to be already typing in the chat, "Don't build damage, Maokai!" Roam, which is very difficult to do. And by the way, Maokai's here.
Yeah, Duro doesn't have flash. He doesn't have heal. He doesn't have a chance here in this bottom lane. And first...
So he gets caught by a Maokai ultimate. He's going to get charmed. He's going to get burst down by this early game Lucian.
Yeah, Cheeky Mountain to come on through for Drake #1. Next one
is flash. They might just lose all sort of control over the top side. Lucid's here in mid.
Yeah, Flash Twisted Advance does come in, pushes Chovy back right into the charm. And now the ulti to follow up. Absolutely no way out here for this Syndra. And Lucid is 2 for 2 on the ganks so far this game.
Craziest thing is if Lucid doesn't ult there, I'm not even sure if he needed to. Might be able to make it play topside right afterwards. But he does do it just to secure. Make sure Chovy has no out there, and Canyon spotted on a ward.
Yeah, it does go in with the Cyclone, though, as now Smash might get hit with both of them. Uses the barrier, gets over the wall, and takes down Canyon there with the culling. 2 seconds until the Cyclone. Might be able to pay Shiu a visit, and does decide to go in. There is the cast. Shiu is going to try and boop them back. Goes for the flash, but the Cyclone is going to be able to take him down. And Canyon just has
a cannon wave. Smash is still going to try to pressure and get plate gold. Showmaker's here, though. They want to punish this play. It's going to force a reaction from Chovy, but he might be too late.
Yeah, there's the charm connecting immediately onto Chovy as the culling comes down. And now the resets start to come in. Both of them just die immediately after the tele.
It's like we try to prevent that.
Yeah, the microphone is actually built around not having those. Korea's going to flash out of the way of Duro. He does get the handshake back. Hostile takeover is flashed by Smash, but Korea is just dead. Ruler is now on the board as Keen fighting against Smash here. Lucid comes on over Bramble Smash to try and get rid of the Gragas. And I don't know whether he's going to have another one. Keen is taken down so incredibly low, though. Still going to survive. They take down Smash as well. The bottom lane has now been removed as Ruler bounces out of the fight. Shiu trying to get some damage down in this mid lane.
It might get 2 turrets for this play. So yes, 2 die, and it is a big win for Gen.G on the top side here, but quite a heavy cost here. Showmaker will pick up the first turret for DPlus here, and it looks like Chovy will barely be able to defend the mid turret, so it's not too red buff.
Yeah.
On which side of the rift you're on.
Yeah, so Chovy is doing his due diligence there to make sure that the crabs are exercised as much as possible.
Turret instead. This 2 Drake lead here is being played through incredibly well here by DPlus, trying to threaten that top turret. And Shiu still has that TP, so can join if they want to fight. Looks like they're just going to take the turret, let the dragon go.
Yeah, it's going to be a trade as Keen tries to body slam forward. Lucid looks to try and see whether he can keep himself alive. Tries to get out, but it's not going to work. That is the sticks pulled out by Ruler and a dead tree on the side of DPlus. Most of them have CC. Body slamming all over the rift, perhaps. As Shock Blast now from Shiu. This pincer maneuver, let's see whether it works as Lucid throws down the ulti. No soul available for DK, but can they win the fight? That's the question. Exhaust onto Shiu in that backside as Showmaker gets over the wall, bounces back again. Shiu going to be taken down as Ruler, looking for the angle. Will the bailout work? No, it will not. The scatter a little later now. Smash at full health, looking to clean up the battlefield. Canyon slinking away, and Showmaker, he's got one more charge. Can he catch up to this monkey? I don't think so. He might be able to, is he going to be able to get the execution? That is the question. As there he goes. Smash able to pick up the kill.
Bought some time, at least. But that means he can't actually set up the bailout there.
Wait.
He's the last one to die.
Baron. All right.
Baron on the guards. Lucid's ult's back up.
Yeah, so Lucid might be able to actually play some keep away with this ulti. Throws it down. There's the Kaskin from Kane trying to make the big play. Shiu gets a huge heal, but it's not enough to keep him alive. That's going to be Lucid locking down the Baron, and now the Twisted advance. The Culling's there as well, and down goes Ruler. DPlus, look at these resets for Showmaker as he bounces around the battlefield, and I think they've done it again. It looks like DPlus are going to take down Gen.G.
DPlus looking to clean this one up. Chovy tucking tail and running, but he cannot escape from Showmaker. The charm goes through, and that's the ace, Atlas.
It's beautifully done here by DPlus. Chovy's going to take a little while to go down. His career is just going to try
the ace, Atlas.
That's the ardently blazed to death. There we go. Beautifully done. It does go wide here from Showmaker, but he's got his forbidden book. There's another Culling just to zone away. Oh my God. Duro just having to flash his smash now with that cozy campfire. Is just pushing forward. Canyon still lurking.
Ruler now flashless. If he died there, the game just ends. It might still just the same if they can find another angle here onto Keen, who desperately wants to defend this turret, but he's just not going to be able to. He has to let it go. This power play just gets bigger and bigger.
5.5. He's left.
He's gone, man. This has not been his best series, but he has been playing against one of the best players in our league to teleport to, but if he could find one, he's just going to teleport straight into the middle of the fight. If he was flanking, this would feel a lot stronger here for Gen.G.
Speaking of a flank, yeah, Shiu just going to throw that huge shock blast.
And then the poke from the saplings is coming through.
This is the problem, though. If you're in the pit, like, what do you do against the Nature's Grasp? Lucy can just throw this down at any moment. Look at this Baron. Huni is doing so much work. As Canyon's almost dead, the Culling is going to fly in, and Keen misses the body slam. The charm comes through, and he's just brambled to death. Hostile takeover onto only Lucid. Twisted advance comes through. It is a wash. DPlus are going to smash them in the fight. Ruler at least takes one, as Lucid will go down. But that is Smash picking up almost all the kills, and Shiu is just going to win the game.
Shiu's just going to do what he's been doing all game long. We're just creeping closer and closer to taking out Gen.G's Nexus from the side lane. He TP's over, sets up the wave. Who needs the Baron? Who needs a smite? DPlus with nothing to play for in this series. Take out Gen.G, and now Gen.G's chances of taking that dominant win in playoffs somewhat in question. They were able to get the one win to keep their first place, but they will not